What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. We back. It's episode 6 of Baddies ATL. We get to see the aftermath of Sarah versus 7. And a lot of y'all weirdos are out here in the comments talking about Sarah won the fight. I don't know what y'all was looking at. Y'all try to claim 7 wasn't throwing hands and didn't land a punch. Don't know what y'all was watching. I could literally slow-mo it and literally have it in here as a clip. But I don't even need to do all that because you're about to see the last bit as well. Sarah might have got a little quick pop in, them little love taps. But whatever. Anyway, let's talk about this week. Y'all was really popping, man. I told y'all I wanted 200 subscribers by the end of this month, which is June. Y'all got me like almost 30 within this past week. The video I just dropped last week, easily the top video I've posted so far. Y'all been running that thing up. Likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of that. Y'all was rocking it out. Please keep doing that. Like, comment, subscribe. Please do that right now. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. And we got another review going, so you already know what we're about to do. So let's go. Like I said, 7 beat her ass. We get back to the end of the fight. And thank you, production, for showing this. Like I said just initially, I could run this thing back in slow-mo. But production, they already showed it in slow-mo. Because Christina was basically recapping the whole situation. And she was like, okay, well, Sarah kept running her mouth. She wouldn't shut the fuck up. So guess what? 7 beat the shit out of her. She said she whooped her ass. And she did. And they showed a slow-mo of 7 literally taking that hammer down on Sarah's face. And y'all want to swear up and down that 7 didn't throw no hands. 7 was pulling hair. No, she was not. You can clearly see, clear as day. I counted 4 punches that she hit. Maybe 4 or maybe 3. Sarah was giving her 2 little love taps right here when she was on top of it. That was it. And they were these. And she didn't hit her in the face. So you just hitting on her shoulder. Okay, what is that? Is that supposed to count as a hit? Like y'all, you can see who in these comments has never been in a fight before. That's not a hit. I mean, that's just a little love tap. A hit is when you connecting in the face, like, and connecting on the head. 7 connected on the head, and you can see it. Sarah got up. She's crying, screaming, saying that she didn't get a chance to fight back. Security jumped on top of her. This is her word. Security jumped on top of me. I couldn't fight back. But like 7 said, you were swearing up and down you done been in so many fights. If you've been in so many fights, you would know when somebody threatens to slap the shit out of you to get the fuck up. If somebody's threatening to slap the shit out of me, I'm getting up. Especially if they're already standing up. If they standing up, that's cue right there. If you don't get up right now, I'm about to come at you. And when I come at you and you still sitting down, then that's your fault. Like, so Sarah is losing her mind, screaming, let me talk, let me talk. And Natalie's trying to hold her down. And it's funny because she's sitting there screaming, y'all let her pull my real hair, my real hair. The microaggressions, man, I mean, they speak for themselves. Like, I don't even really have to say much of nothing, but you can clearly see, clear as day, she has an issue with these black women wearing weave and wearing wigs. What are you trying to say? That these girls don't have hair because they got extensions or fake hair or wigs? The reason why they're wearing that, because I have a sister, I have a mother, I have a lot of women in my family that wear wigs and have weave in their hair. Reason being, it's protective, it's for their hair. And it's protective styling. You would think she would know that since she is one that, as she said last week, sells skin and hair care. You should know that shit, right? But no, she's throwing it in their face trying to act like, okay, well, I'm white and I got all this long hair and you got no hair because you got wigs on and weaves in. Like, what are you trying to, what point are you trying to prove? But it's funny when she's saying that 7's upstairs and she's walking past, like you can see the railing. So she can literally see over the railing and see Sarah acting a fool. And she's like, 7 could care less. 7 is up there like, yeah, I just whooped her ass and what about it? While Sarah's down there acting a fool. Like, they're trying to restrain Sarah. Sarah's screaming, get off me, crying, doing all that extra stuff. So then she tries to go upstairs. And while she's trying to go upstairs, 7 is up there with Janelle and Christina. And they're basically trying to get kind of clarity of what Tanisha had said, that Sarah had said. We didn't get too much of that yet, but 7 was basically saying Tanisha is the reason why she went at Sarah because Tanisha told her that that Sarah was talking shit. So that was it. And then she's trying to come up the stairs. Sarah's trying to come up the stairs. And Natalie's trying to hold her back. She's screaming. Security was stopping her from getting to 7. She didn't let me hit her because I was sitting down. Like I said, if you know somebody is standing up, you know somebody at like 7 who is not afraid to fight and has been in fights and can fight, you should get up. But no, Sarah was too busy talking about herself and talking about her skincare and talking about her hair care that she completely missed those cues. You missed the opportunity. It's not security's fault. And then she said they jumped on top of her. Last time I checked, I saw security having 7 like this, and their whole body weight is on top of 7. 7 probably weighs maybe 120 pounds. You're pulling her hair. Yeah, he had you in the clothesline right here, but you was pulling her hair. If anybody's at a disadvantage, it's 7. But 7 already got her shots off on you, and you couldn't get none off on her. Whose fault is that? Not 7's, and that's not security's. You should have got out when 7 told you, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And you didn't, so whose fault is that? Yours. Okay, so we just get back. I thought it was gonna be a completely different scene, but no. So Tanisha now joins 7, Janelle, and Christina. And 7's basically saying, like, this is why it happened, because you told me that she was talking shit about me. And Janelle was like, Sarah literally asked for it. Just like Christina said, and Sydney said the same thing. Sydney even said it. Sydney was like, if somebody's walking up on you, you get up. Duh, it's common sense. And then she said, like, you was asking for it. Like, Sarah literally asked for that ass whooping because you would not shut up. And Sydney was making some valid points. This is the first time Sydney said something that I completely 100% agreed with. And she was very, very rational about it. Like, you asked for this. And then she walked away and went up there to 7. So at this point, it's Natalie with Sarah and the rest of the girls with 7. The rest of the girls see, and then Judy. I don't know where Judy's at. I don't know where Judy's at. But she's not with them. But they're all up there just rehashing everything. And Sarah's sitting up there screaming still, acting a fool. Now she's laughing, talking shit, saying that 7 don't do nothing with her life but sit around and be pretty. She models. She's got YouTube content where she's making enough money to where she don't have to do shit. You just mad because you have to do something to make a living. She ain't gotta she ain't gotta do shit. All she gotta do is look cute. Videotape herself, put it on YouTube, and that's it. You just mad. And then she wanna talk about how she's white. 7 said white ass because, like she said in that sentence, I would slap the fuck out of you if I didn't think your white ass would call the police. Given everything that's going on in the world today, especially at this time, you should not be completely naive to realize what she's saying. You just want to jump on that because you heard white and you want to be oppressed. That's the thing with white people. They want to be oppressed so bad. And I'm not going to say all white people, but most of them do. They want to be oppressed so bad. We are oppressed. Black people are oppressed. Hispanic people are oppressed. Asian people are oppressed. Most people of color are oppressed. Because we've dealt with so much discrimination just being dark and just being colored. But you want to be oppressed so bad. She called you a white ass and you want to get mad. Long story short, she's still sitting there telling Natalie like she's been in all the fights in the world and she's been in 9 fights since on her history of the show and yada yada yada. And Natalie's laughing, saying like, okay, whatever. And then she's sitting there saying, let's pack up 7's stuff. So she starts going up to 7's room where the rest of the girls are. And she starts getting in there. Natalie basically knocks on the door to kind of let 7 know it's her. Even though 7 ain't worried about Sarah. Sarah could walk in that door and 7's not worried about her. But they all get in there and Sarah's screaming outside, let's pack our shit because she wants to go home. And 7's like, you touch my shit, I'm going to really beat your ass. I'm going to really fuck you up at this point. And she's looking stupid. Like, the rest of the girls are just sitting there looking at her like, what are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Like, you literally are the oldest person in here talking about packing somebody's shit. Like 7 said, if you touch my shit, I'm going to beat your ass again. But, I mean, they get to the point where she's now sitting here threatening Tanisha and saying, like, she hit me, she needs to go home. Natalie chimes in with Tanisha and says, no, she don't need to go home. Christina just got into a fight and she didn't go home. Natalie just got into a fight and she didn't go home. Why should 7 go to the fight, get in a fight, and go home? Why? Because she beat your ass and you're now the victim? Please. And another part, I skipped over this, but a part that made me laugh was 7 was saying that Sarah was saying she was an executive producer. And, you know, it's very likely that that has happened because that's all Sarah talks about in her confessionals, her direct to cameras, that Tanisha's an EP and Natalie's an EP and she does producer roles. She's a producer on the show, but she does a lot more than they do. She wants to be an EP, and you know she probably has said this. And Christina overhears it, and Christina's a producer on the show as well, and she ain't happy about it. She's like, so why would she be going around telling them that she's an executive producer, yada, yada, yada. Stupid, petty, little childish thing. Like, why are you mad because she's saying that she's an executive producer when she's not? She ain't getting that pay that Natalie and Tanisha are getting. Man, these two. I ain't gonna say these two, because Judy don't be doing nothing. Judy just be minding her business. And Sydney sees an opportunity to now make herself the one that the camera follows. So she's consistently saying after, because Seven was basically trying to talk to Natalie. Sarah's getting pissed off because Seven's trying to talk to Natalie. Then she calls Natalie a fake friend because she's talking to Natalie she's talking to Seven as an executive producer. You are not the only person that Natalie can, and this is where they're all talking about Sarah being obsessed with Natalie. You are not the only person that Natalie can talk to. Natalie can talk to whoever the fuck she wants to talk to. And Sarah's getting pissed off calling her a fake friend because she's talking to Seven. Because Seven just beat your ass. What? Shut up. But like I said, back to Sydney. Sydney's sitting there seeing that they're having this conversation. Now she wants to try and find a way to have a scene on her. So she's starting to check Tanisha, saying she wants Tanisha to stay. And Tanisha's like, no, I'm going. I'm an executive producer. You need to move out of my way. And she's like, I'm not going to let you leave. I'm not going to let you leave. Tanisha's like, you're provoking me at this point, Sydney. You're provoking me at this point. And Sydney eventually lets her move and walk away. But like I said, back to Sydney talking about Judy. She's sitting here out loud saying repeatedly, I want to go fuck with Judy. I want to go fuck with Judy. I'm about to go fuck with Judy. So now she's literally looking for Judy to go mess with Judy while Judy's in the room, and you can hear Judy saying, no, don't come in here. Don't come in here. I don't feel like filming. I don't feel like filming. Because you can tell she can hear Sydney down the hall screaming, acting a fool. But Sydney comes charging in, and she starts talking shit to Judy, and Judy's like, Judy's about to snap at this point. Judy basically says, like, Bad Girls Club Judy's about to come back. Yeah, I got the voodoo for you, yada, yada, yada. And Judy's up in her face, and Judy is getting buck with her and put some bass in that voice and let that girl know what's up. And you could see it in Sydney's face. She bucked, she kind of like backed up and was like, okay. And she didn't say nothing. But then Judy walks away and then she starts trying to talk. So Judy goes in the bathroom, I guess it's the bathroom. And Sydney's over there screaming on the wall, doing exactly what Janelle said that she does last week, which is trying to emulate black women or just bad girls in period, just bad girls or girls on reality TV shows that act a plumb fool. And that's what she's doing. She's literally sitting here acting like previous bad girls, or at least trying to attempt. It's a poor attempt, but she's trying her best to do that. And she's screaming and banging on the door, and Judy's laughing. Judy's like, you shaking the table. They just, it's stupid. And Sydney just looks like a fool yet again. She's saying that Judy's coming from, and then here's what she did. Okay, it just came back to me. Like I said last week, like I said the week before, and like I said the episodes before, Sydney is a transgender woman who is very transphobic. Why is she out here telling Judy to pull her dick out because she knows she got a dick? But y'all jump on Judy all day long about saying transphobic things to Sydney. Sydney provokes, just like Tanisha, she was doing Tanisha. Sydney provokes Judy, which then Judy reacts. She's telling Judy to stick her dick out, and then Judy says something back, basically to the sentiment that she's a man. You can't pick and choose how somebody comes back at you when you're sitting here trying to be vulgar with them. Like, if you sitting here picking at me and you sitting here saying slick shit, guess what? I'm going to say it back to you. And this time it might hurt you more than it'll hurt me. Just because she's transgender does not make her exempt from the shit that she says. That she provokes every single situation that she's in. And we still going, y'all. We still going. Same clothes, same episodes, same 30 minutes. Sydney barges out. Now she's upset. Fake crying. Fake acting like she's ready to go home. Sorry, y'all. I'm watching this. I'm watching my track meet. And that's coming too. I think I'm going to do an Olympic trials coverage for track and field. That's for the end of it, so I'll get back to that. But yeah, Sydney is sitting there literally trying to, again, get the cameras on her. She's trying to perform. She's putting on her best actress skills. And Christina's down there telling her, like, dude, like, you need to calm down. Like, you're doing too much. Don't let somebody else take you out of your character. Even though nobody's taking her out of her character, Christina, the only person that's taking her out of her character is herself. But she's basically trying to say Judy threw apple juice on her, and she's basically hiding everything that she did to make Judy throw apple juice on her. Just being stupid. And then Tanisha jumps down there as well. And as this conversation is going on, Natalie, Seven, and Janelle are upstairs. And basically they're trying to talk to Seven, and Seven's basically explaining herself as to why she did what she did. Seven saying she didn't mean to hit, she didn't want to hit her, and because Seven was saying, like, Seven's not here to fight. She's not trying to fight no more. But you can only take so much of somebody talking to you crazy. And that's what Sarah was doing the whole time. And as they're talking and having this conversation, who's outside telling Natalie to come on because she ain't got no other friends on the show, and she's up Natalie's ass? Sarah. Sarah's outside the room. The door is kind of cracked. And they can hear her, and Natalie's like, dude, just hold on. I'm having a conversation. Like, wait, I'll be out there. Da, da, da. And Seven's like, this girl is a weirdo. And Janelle's like, let me check your shit, Natalie, because she's still up your like, what's going on? But Sarah's sitting there screaming and hollering, and Seven eventually gets up. And Seven's walking to that door, and she kicks that door shut. And I was hoping and praying, and it's probably bad for me to say this, but I was hoping and praying that, like, Sarah's finger or her hand was halfway in the door. I wanted Seven to just shut her the fuck up. Like, shut her up. I wanted her hand to be in that door, and I wanted it to be jammed. But, you know, it's probably bad for me to say that, but, I mean, I truly was thinking that. But back to the point, they were sitting there talking about how Seven was basically taking them hands, because, like Natalie said, she was hitting her like a nigga would. And Seven's basically saying, like, I'm not dealing with her. Like, if she keeps trying this mess, she started doing some stupid shit, I'm going to hit her. Every time I see her, I'm going to hit her. And Natalie's like, she's going to try and keep it in control. She's going to go talk to her, get her down, get her to calm down. Because Seven, they know Seven's going to beat her ass again if they fight. Everybody in that house knows that Seven will beat the living crap out of Sarah. And she won't shut up. Sarah's still sitting out there in the hall, crying and screaming, and she's sitting there saying, well, she shut the door in my face. She's acting like a victim again. But I mean, this whole scene is being dragged out. But Natalie walks out. It's now Seven and Janelle in the room. And this part right here is about to be real quick and easy, because we got two actresses right here. We got Tanisha and Sydney sitting downstairs whining and crying, fake crying, because I didn't see not one tear drop from Sydney's face. But she's sitting there whining, saying nobody wants her there, and she feels like she has to be this other person, and yada yada yada. And Tanisha's like, we cast you on the show for a reason. Like, we wanted you here for you. Nobody's trying, like, you came in here on 20 and you trying to say that we're the reason that you're now acting out and acting like somebody that no, you're the ones that's doing that. And she's sitting there saying she's waited, and this has been her dream. She's the only girl in that house that's super excited to be there. Yeah, we know you are, because you wanted to be this bad girl so bad, and it's not even a bad girls club. That's the whole point. But it's so stupid. But before that scene even happened, we had Seven upstairs with Janelle, and she gets a little emotional in the bathroom, and she starts crying because she's like, she wasn't trying to come on the show and be fighting, because she don't like having to fight all the time. She'll fight, but she don't like having to fight all the time, especially girls that she knows is weaker than her, which is Sarah. And basically what she said, Sarah, physically, she can't do anything to me. Like, I will beat her every time, and we all know that. But like Seven said, she's not trying to fight somebody that's weaker than her. And that kind of touches on another point that a lot of the fans be saying about her, like, she fights people that are weak. No, she fights people that tries her. Like, she's not just gonna go fight Christina or just go fight Natalie just because they're strong. Like, you have to have a reason to fight. Or y'all just want her to fight them girls because they're on the show together. Like, she has no reason to fight. If she don't have no reason to fight them, she ain't got no reason to fight them. Sarah gave her every reason to fight her. She wouldn't shut up. She kept antagonizing her. And after a certain period of time, you don't care to talk anymore. And like Seven says, she's not a good arguer. She doesn't like going back and forth with people. She would rather put that energy that she has in their face instead of out of her mouth. But Janelle's doing a great job sitting there consoling her and basically telling her, like, I mean, you did what you had to do. Like, she was provoking you. Man, you listen here. If I hear the words producer one more time, I'm going to lose it. Like, I had to literally go get me a little Jack Daniels drink, because I'm literally getting tired of What are we doing? This episode is a bunch of nothing, dude. Like, it's literally, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and it's getting to the point where I'm tired of even getting on here and saying anything because I'm literally repeating myself. We got Sarah, Natalie, and Christina sitting in the room, basically whispering, saying, like, we're producers. Like, she hasn't dealt, talking about Seven, and she hasn't dealt with much of the stuff that we've dealt with getting this show together. So, of course, she's going to be upset about some hair and some stuff in the scene. She hasn't done anything to be here. That's literally what they're saying. What does y'all have, being a producer, have anything to do with somebody's backwood and dirty, nasty ass hair being in their sink? Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And they just sitting there going back and forth, and then Sarah's trying to talk over Natalie and talking over Christina, and Natalie snaps at her and is like, dude, look, this is what she's talking about. Like, you don't shut up. And like Janelle said, like, anything that anybody in that house says about anything that's going on in their life, she always has to butt in and bring that shit back to her. That's why I say Sarah is so fucking annoying. I hate people like her. Like, if somebody's talking, let them talk. You don't always have to make it about yourself. She's the type of person that most people will get up and knock you out because you're so narcissistic and so self-centered. It's difficult to even be around you. And she starts crying, saying like, Seven attacked. She loved them white girl tears, man. I'm telling you, man. She literally got on here and started crying, saying she attacked me. She didn't attack you. She told you to get up. In other words, like, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you is get up. In other words, if you this big fighter like you claim you are, you would know that that means to get up. But she's saying she attacked me and she's crying. Natalie tells her that Seven had basically apologized and said that she was sorry for doing it. Seven didn't say she was sorry. She just said she wished that she didn't do that. But like I said, it's just going back and forth, and it's getting stupider and stupider. And I'm sitting here thinking as I'm watching the show, I'm like, what else are they going to give us? Like, we're on episode 6 right now, and I believe this is a 10-episode series with like 2 reunion episodes. What else do we have left? Like, I'm like, I don't want to continue to review this show because it's getting stupider and stupider. I'm like, but I already started it, and I just want to finish it out. But this is getting ridiculous, dude. All right, y'all. So what we about to do, because the rest of the episode got stupid. Like, Sarah's literally sitting there saying that she wants to go talk to Seven, and Janelle's basically telling her, like, yeah, you just got into a physical altercation with somebody. You're not supposed to be going, you shouldn't be going anywhere near them, like, to talk about what? Like, what are you going to talk about? But basically, they're like, we're going to go take a nap. So I guess this is the end of the episode. We're going to watch the trailer and hope that we get something that looks like it could be worth reviewing. So here we go. Here we go.
Yes, you can come in. Or do you feel a way seeing that I've developed a relationship?
You and Janelle? Then yeah, I would.
What are we doing?
My finger is so swollen.
What do you mean? What happened?
What the hell does Sarah have on her head, first of all? And second off, you was just talking shit about all these girls having your real hair. Why you got a wig on your...
Today, I'm setting some shit up. It's gonna be fun.
I gave her verbal warnings.
3. I'm not gonna fight a white person. I just have never. That is my first time fighting a white girl. I just think they naturally just call the police. It's Black History Month. I don't have time for all of that.
You ready for this?
Seven. Are you for real? That's it? What are we doing, y'all? What are we watching? Oh my God, like, you have a good cast and this is what you're producing? I'm very interested in, because you know they got a season 2 for Baddies ATL. I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see what's gonna go down. Maybe, truthfully, this is in my opinion, and I feel like this might need to be listened to. I feel like Natalie and Tanisha need to just stay behind the camera. Do not bring Sarah back. Do not bring Sydney back. Judy's not going to come back. Seven's not going to come back because the two of them don't care to be on this show. They don't. Seven don't need to be on the show. Judy just, you can tell Judy's not the same for her no more. Like Judy's in a mental, she's in a different place mentally. Janelle could come back. Janelle's just funny, but Janelle, I don't think Janelle would. I don't think she'll come back per se, but she might. I don't know. But get some new girls on here. Let's get some girls on here that are gonna be real. Let's get Jayla. Let's get Kat. Like I said, get Kat on here. Let's get Jamie and Jasmine. Those two need to be on here. Those two are probably the funniest ones that I can think of in recent history. Those two. And then we gotta have some counter actors where there can be some drama, because I don't see any of them girls getting into it. Bring on, I don't know, y'all tell me who. Those are the three that I'm thinking right now that would be great on this show from the past Bad Girls Club that are coming off the top of my head. Drop your comment, that's what we can do. Drop your comments down below. Let me know which Bad Girls y'all want to see on season 2. Because there is going to be a season 2. And hopefully, drop some girls down there that are actually not fake. I don't want to see no Angela, because she's one of them girls that does what Sydney does, puts on for the cameras, tries to act like a black girl. The black girl that she thinks trying to act, you know. I don't want to see her down there. I don't want to see Christina down there, her sister. But yeah, drop some girls down there. I want to see what y'all saying. And I want to see what kind of ideas y'all have in terms of where the show is going to go. But yeah, like I said, this is done for the week. I think, like I said, we're starting Olympic trials, and if you don't know, this is my favorite time of year. Like every 4 years, I love Summer Olympics. This is my favorite. Like it's always been my favorite to watch. I love track and field. I played sports pretty much my entire life as well. So just watching them, it gives me this type of energy. I just feel so inspired watching them. So what I think I'm going to do is some coverage of the Olympic trials for track and field. I think I'm going to do some coverage for the Olympics whenever it happens next month. But yeah, be on the lookout for that. Yeah. But like I said at the beginning of this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share, turn the post notifications on right now. Please do that. Please like, comment, and share. Y'all killed the last video. I really appreciate that. And the subscribers, y'all did it. Like, y'all killed it. Like, we went from like 153 to I think 181 right now. Like, we can do this. 200 subscribers. I just want to keep ticking it on up. That's the plan. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Keep up with me. Let me know what you think. And I'll check with y'all next week. And hopefully we got something better. But judging by that trailer, we ain't got shit. But what's up?